guys, Darren here. Thanks for joining the Stock Option Market Weekly Update for the week of May 20th, 2024. Today we're going to talk about where we're at in the S&P 500 year to date. We're going to talk about the different sectors and how they've performed. We'll talk about interest rates, the economic data that came out this week and is coming out, or came out last week and is coming out this week. And we will then jump into the live trades on the Tastytrade option trading platform. Before we get started, if you appreciate the time and effort that goes into making these videos, if you can do me a huge favor and hit that like and subscribe button down below, it really helps get the video out to more people, and I appreciate it, so thank you very much. I think it's super important that we understand the different tools and strategies that the rich are using to get richer. Then we can use those same tools and strategies to profit for ourselves safely in any market. Also, be sure and download the free options workshop in the link below. It talks about the two main benefits of trading options over buying stocks. There's also a paid course as well if you want to dig in deeper to the option trading. Use the link below and open an account with Moomoo. You can get 1.5% cash back or free fractional shares of stock for opening an account with just $100. If you open with 1,000, I believe that you get more, and I do recommend at least $1,000 so that you can make a few different trades. Moomoo is a zero commission brokerage, and the free charting software is outstanding, and I use it every day myself. Disclaimer, I'm not a financial planner and I'm not recommending trades. Please do your own research, and if you're new or learning options, I recommend you start small. All right, guys, we started the week in the S&P 500 at 5222 and way over here, and then we ended up at 5319. So we were up pretty significantly last week, about 1.5%, and we're up 10.5% year to date. The forward PE is 20.7 now, so that's a little bit high versus the 17.8 10-year average. As far as the economic data this week, not too much. We've got existing home sales Wednesday and jobless claims on Thursday. Existing homes is expected 4.21, jobless 220,000. So we'll see where that comes in. And then last week we had the PPI numbers on Tuesday that came in at actually core PPI came in at 0.4, so a little hotter than the 0.2 that was expected. And then core CPI came in at 0.3 as expected. And if we look at interest rates, there's still a 49% chance of the first cut in September. We're at 5.25 to 5.5 right now, so it's still expected to stay that way. 74% chance at the July meeting. So they've still got September priced in. Fed keeps saying higher for longer, so I think it may even move out further than that. We will see. And then if we go to the FactSet earnings report and we look at page 1, we've got Q1 earnings growth of 5.7% and up a little, but looking pretty good so far. And then if we move on to page 16, or not 16, what is it? On this report, it's 13. We can look at Q2, earnings growth of 9.2% and revenue growth of 4.6% is expected. And then for the full calendar year 2024, 11.1% and 5%. And then moving on to 2025, 14.1 and 5.8%. So if we look at the different sectors last week for 5 days, you can see everything was up. Everything was green except industrials were slightly down. Year to date, again, everything's up. Real estate's down 3%. But other than that, everything's in the green with utilities up big, financials up, energy's up big, even though it's down a little bit over the last couple of weeks. And then communications services, so all tech pretty much as well. And then the fear and greed index is getting a little high at 66. So with that, let's jump into the trades. I've got Airbnb on. 140, 145 put credit spread, and IVRs are all very low right now because the market's moved up uh, pretty big. So um, I am expecting a little bit of a pullback at some point. But they beat on the top and bottom line on May 8th, and we are profitable. You know, if we go to the curve mode here on the platform and look at the analysis, we're profitable, all the way down here to 142 and a half, but we're up at 145, so we're in that profit zone, which we like. We've got 185 in extrinsic left, and we've got 32 days to expiration. AMD, same thing. I've got a $15 wide put credit spread and $186 left. We're still in that profit zone right now. So AMD is looking good. It's been down. We've got the chart. What is this? The 1 day. Let's move it out and look longer term, since we'll look at the 1 year. So we'll look over the last 1 year and look at the days. There you go. And you can see that big pullback, and now it's headed back up. The green is the 13-day, and this is the 50-day moving average. And Amazon, 180, 170 put credit spread. IVRs are all very low. 185 is the current price, and IVR at 3. But I love Amazon. All these stocks are down but moving up, so IVRs are low. Unfortunately, don't collect a lot of premium. But they beat on April 30th, top and bottom line. My target for all these stocks is much higher. For AMD, my target's like 180 to 200. For Amazon, 225 target. So I'm bullish on all of these right now still. Costco, I threw it on even though they're kind of at highs, but they're expected to do well. So I'm just staying long, 760, 765. We're up a little bit in Costco right now. And, they're the dominant player. I don't know about you, but I go there just about every weekend with my wife. DraftKings, long, deep in the money call, 30, and 45 call that I've sold against it. So poor man's covered call. And this one's continued to do really well for us. Just over the last 30 days. Actually, I sold some, so it shows very high, over 3,000. But over the last year, we've made over $3,000 in it. Yeah, 3,300. So it's done really well. Gold miners, it's up at the upper range. It's had a little move up. I threw on an iron condor because it's such high IVR. So we're still in the profit zone, but it's inching up. But again, look at the way it's moved up. So I'm comfortable with where it's at. And same thing with GLD. I did the exact same thing, and you can see 72 IVR, 215 to 225. It's inching up towards that 225 mark right here. But again, I feel comfortable because it's up so much right now. So how much further can it go? I don't know. I guess we'll see. What I'll do though is, we've still got 32 days, so I'll just roll the iron condor out as long as IVR is high, or I'll let it go and see if we can collect that total $247 in extrinsic value right there. And then Google, I threw on a call spread even though I'm long, because it had a big move up, but look at it, it just kept going. So it's at 178 right now. Yeah, just skyrocketed up, but I thought I'd trade both sides, and it's kind of hurt me a little there, but that's okay. I'm going to stay long. At some point, I'll probably close out the call. You know what? I'll probably leave it on. Roll up. I should roll up my puts right now. The market's open right now. 165. What do they have? Yeah, they've already had earnings. So I'm going to roll that. Right click, roll, and I'm going to roll the strikes up. And let's go up to the 170. We can collect another $77 right here. Review and send. Boom. Filled. So now we're at the 170. So we're $20 wide there. All right, L3 has done really well, 210 to 230 range. We're right in the middle. We can do that analysis tab. You can see we've made money 440 over the last 30 days, but it's continued to do really well for us over time. Let me see where we're at with L3. So they're, defense company. They've got a lot of products that are great for the defense market, and with the geopolitical turmoil, it's done really well. But $1,490 over the last 180 days, and we're right in the middle of that profit range. So I'm going to continue to trade this, even though IVR is low. $138 left to collect here in L3. Netflix, iron condors as well, right in the middle, 626 and 9 IVR. It's done well for us, but we're right in the middle of that profit range on Netflix. And I like to trade the stocks that I've continually done well in. So you can see just over the last year, we've made over $3,000 in Netflix. So just trading iron condors basically. So that's what I'm going to continue to do. ServiceNow, great company. It's kind of gone up and down, but these guys are a cloud-based services company, and they help other companies with their software. I've got a target of $800, so we're getting up in that range. We're still in the green profit range right there. You can see. I'm just going to stay long iron condors, but I am trading both sides, you can see, and it's inching up. Nvidia, they've got earnings this week on 5/22 after the bell, so that's Wednesday after the bell. That will be interesting and probably affect the whole market, depending on whether they do well or not so well and guide higher or guide lower. But I'm at 850 with their PEG ratio, price to earnings to growth. They've got such huge growth that I'm comfortable even with them at this price level, and I've got a put spread on, so I'm profitable. Here's the current price, 947. I'm profitable all the way down to 855. And UiPath, another high-flying small tech stock that I believe will kill it over the next few years. Software for robotic process automation, so it's kind of a no-brainer sector. It should continue to do well. I'm just doing leaps and poor man's covered calls. The end of this month, they have earnings coming out. So I'm going to stay long. I just kind of have it on there. I'm kind of interested in it and wanted to track it. Palantir, same thing. Poor man's covered call. Sold a call against the leaps, and it's done well for us. Let's see. Yeah, so over the last 180 days, we've made $639. SoFi, this is the one that has been a little bit disappointed. We're still down at that $7 range, but I like this, online banking stock long term, and it just hasn't. The stock hasn't performed, but they've been profitable and they're killing it always every time they come out with earnings. But I think it's going to grow big over the next few years. But I'm just staying along leaps options right now. SoundHound, this is a new one that I put on, and it is an AI stock that provides vocal voice information and software for the AI industry and companies. So it's a high flyer. I kind of put it on there just to kind of track it and see how it's going. So I'll find out more about that and talk about it more in the future. Square, 77.5. I threw on the call spread as well, just to collect a little and trade both sides since I'm in the money already on the puts. But I do like Square long term, but profitable down to what, 74.5, and we're below that right now, so we're not in the profit zone yet. IVR is 14, so everything's low IVR right now. TLT and TMF are the bonds and those I was a little bit early, but that's okay. I think those, as interest rates begin to get cut, and I'm out 242 days on these, and same thing with TMF. So long way out, deep in the money calls. Even though I'm down, I'm okay with this because I think long term these are going to do great. You can see they're way down, and as interest rates begin to get cut, then these should do really well and go up. And it's too early right now, but we need the unemployment numbers to come in a little bit hot, or inflation to come down more than expected, and then the Fed can possibly cut a little bit sooner. But as of right now, he's waiting, and it's a wait and see. But eventually, these guys will do okay. And Verizon, Verizon has just been steady. I own the shares because of the yield, and then I sell a call against it, but it's continued to do well. My target for Verizon is about where it's at 40, but I just like the yield and selling the calls against it. And you can see on those calls, yeah, we continue to just roll those and make money. ExxonMobil, it's up at 119, so it's been up. I threw on the call spread, the 120, 130, and it has continued to move up. So, and we're at 115 on the put. Yeah, I want to leave it right there right now. So that's it for this week's. And again, the earnings, if we go to earnings, all earnings, we can sort by date. You can see the big one, NVIDIA, right here on 522. But we've also got Target, Lowe's, Zoom, Palo Alto Networks is a big one. A lot of stocks coming out with earnings this week. Salesforce is next week. All right, guys, I put a link down below for the free options workshop. Be sure and grab that. Open an account with Moomoo, get your cash back and your free stocks. Remember to hit like and subscribe. Let's get this video out to more people, and leave a comment. Let me know what you're trading. Ask a question. I answer every one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.